We learned from our parents, we learned from our uncles, our aunts. When I drive up to Dempster, there's lots of places that I'll pull over and stop. And I look up there and I reminisce and I think about family, you know.
My whole life I grew up, I always known that my great-great-grandfather helped show them the way. Every time I ride on this road, every time I come out here, I think about him every time. His history is just so deep here. Some people call it the Joe Henry Highway.
There was a big discovery of oil up in the Eagle Plains Basin back in the day, so they wanted to find the best possible route up north. Well, my great-grandfather wasn't shy of walking.
When he showed them the route, he was wearing snowshoes. He would just walk ahead of the machinery, and sure enough, you know, the guys would be behind him. Must have been quite the experience just being the first out there and pioneering this land.
He raised 12 children, and you can bet each and every one of them walked that trail, and that's no lie. You know, my mother was born on Blackstone country, and she was born under a spruce tree, you know? So that's really having a tie to the land.
I truly wouldn't even be able to imagine how they would have felt being overwhelmed with all the European presence coming in. Definitely changed their way of life.
To see all the change that was brought in his life in 104 years of being on this earth.
Sometimes I think I gotta fill these big shoes, these snowshoes. I know deep down inside they just want us to get out and experience Mother Nature and everything it has to offer.
I kind of envy Marshall in a way because he's doing something that I always thought should be done, and that they are maintaining old trails off the Dempster, in the corridor, in the park. It kind of gets a little bit overwhelming. You think about it, and then you don't want to think about it too much because then you start feeling sad about it. Eh? But I try to think about the happy moments, you know, the moments growing up in my life and what the Dempster means to me. It meant a lot to my family, and I'm glad it means a lot to my son.